Hello, my name is Leonardo Herman. I am a researcher from CONEA and CONICET in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I will talk about the work that we did with Klaus Fram and Dima Shepeliansky from the Laboratoire de Physique Théorique and University Paul Sabatier and Senores at Toulouse, France. Okay, I will talk about competition of entries from Ising Wikipedia networks. We come from these research areas, and the idea is we want to build a Wikipedia network in the following way. Each article is a node, and each internal link between different articles is a link. So we label each article with a number, and then in this way we can create the adjacency matrix in the usual way. Uh, we have used the last version we have used is from March 20th in 2025, and we have almost 7 million nodes and almost 200 million links, different languages and also different years. We can build also a second matrix called the S matrix, which is a Markov transition matrix. It comes from adjacency matrix, but each column is normalized to 1 in order to preserve probabilities, and we will use both. The idea I want to present the model is an opinion formation, but it's inspired by Ising model, which is a model in a two-dimensional lattice where in each side you have a spin, a magnet that can be positive or negative, up or down. And the idea is that they interact between each other, favoring alignment. Uh, so this is a very rich model, and we want to apply something similar, but in our network, in other topology. Here first we fix two different seats. In this case, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. These nodes will have a color which is fixed, or a number -1 and 1. And then we apply asynchronous Monte Carlo iterations. This was done also by John Hopfield in 1982 and finalized with the Nobel Prize in 2024. And the idea is that we take a random node and then we compute set I. Set I is the sum over all incoming neighbors and their corresponding sigma plus times a both matrix. This matrix could be A or could be S. The idea is then we compute the value of set Y, in this case is 0, so it remains because it has no neighbors, all neighbors are white. And then we take another random number, a node, and this node in this case is negative because it has a blue neighbor, so it will end up blue. We take the same thing with another random, and once we reach all nodes, this is tau equal 1, and in order to reach the steady state, we take tau equal to 20. Then we do another realization, a random realization. At the end, we take 10 to the 4 or 10 to the 5 random realizations. And this is the convergence is very good for these numbers. And configuration space here is 2 to the n, and it's not n. Okay. And I'll show you some results. In this case, Trump against Putin. We compute the opinion polarization, which is in this case, these are for all 7 million articles. This is a histogram, and we see that most of the articles, they have this value, but the mean value is in 0.12. Also, the mean value of polarization can be computed from fraction of red and fraction of blue nodes. In this case, 55% are red and 45% are blue. And we can show this graphically in a world map, showing only opinion polarization of articles that correspond to countries. So in this way, we compute delta mu, which is mu minus the mean value. In this case, mean value was 0.12. And here you can see the world. Russia is related to Putin, and you can see that the West Europe also, and almost the world is more related with Putin, but North America, which is related with Trump. We can compute another competition. In this case, I am showing capitalism and imperialism in blue, in -1, against socialism and communism in red, positive. So now the world looks like this. we have 55% in red and 43% in blue for the whole Wikipedia's network. And this is for the world. We can see that China and India are more related with imperialism, and maybe Europe and West Europe are related with socialism. These are the results. We can also compute the competition from companies, for example, in this case, Microsoft against Apple in 2024. And now mu zero is very close, is very small, it's close to zero. Most 50 and 50, a little bit moved to the red. To Apple, but you can see in the world that here you have Russia is the most blue country and India is most red. You can see also personalities and people from politics or from companies and the corresponding values. Okay, I hope I could present in a way, good way, the Ising network opinion formation model that can be applied also for different networks, like for example, protein-protein interactions network or the World Trade Network. For Wikipedia, it works very well because it has a comprehensive scope with multiple languages and cultural things, properties, and also you can study the dynamics. And each node has a very well-known uh, meaning. The idea is that we can extend this to more than two call or three or add some noise. So, okay, please, you can contact us in these mails and ask question or any remark. And thank you very much.